Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on behalf of Untapped Concepts Productions and Kingsville's Hobby House, the premier comic and tabletop gaming store in Kingsville, Texas, we would like to thank you for joining us in our inaugural web broadcast of UHC, the Ultimate Hobby Championship. This is our flagship show, UHC Magic the Gathering Edition. It is something that we have spent months and months in preparation creating just for you. This is one of our first episodes with one of our first games, so there are a few things that have changed about the format since in order to give you a superior product. However, we chose this particular match from this particular night because we felt that it will show you exactly what UHC is all about. The first and foremost thing that UHC is about is highlighting the South Texas gaming scene. We feel that it is a very, very underserved market, has a lot of potential, and we feel that you are interested in South Texas's gaming, and that you should be interested if you are not, because there is a lot going on in that gaming scene that you should probably take note of. That being said, the other reason is because we feel that we have something to contribute to the Magic the Gathering commentary scene with web broadcasting. It is of the opinion of those of us at Untapped Concepts, as well as those of us at the Hobby House, that it's a bit lacking for our tastes. We understand that there is a market that enjoys the current style of commentary, which is very, very much based off of, you guessed it, a more strategic chess-type commentary. We here feel that Magic the Gathering should be treated more like the World Series of Poker, or better yet, maybe even something a bit more extreme, like professional wrestling, but not to that extreme, of course. We feel that Magic the Gathering as a one-on-one combat game is far more exciting than the game of chess, which, although is still a one-on-one combat game, has a level of sophistication and mental thinking that, while it is there, it is far more exciting, and therefore the commentary must show the excitement that exists in the game of Magic the Gathering. Again, if you are a fan of the other style of commentary, do not take offense. We mean no offense. We just feel that this is a major breakthrough that has yet to be done, and we feel that we can bring you personalities. So that being said, if you share this sentiment, join us in the UHC revolution. If you enjoy what you see tonight, please subscribe below, share this with your friends, find the Hobby House on Facebook for constant updates on what is going on with UHC, and last, certainly not least, and certainly most importantly, spread the news. The only way that UHC can grow and get past just our flagship show and potentially branch off into other games is with your support. So please, spread the news on UHC. We look forward to spending more time with you, the UHC Army, in this UHC revolution. That being said, once again, thank you for joining us, and please enjoy UHC Magic the Gathering Edition.
Welcome to Friday Night Magic here at the Hobby House.
It's October 19th. I'm Virgil.
I'm AJ. Here we got the players getting their opening hands. This is a very important time in the game, I believe. You know, do you keep? Do you mulligan? It's very intense. I know I've sweated this a lot of times.
Yeah, actually, this is one of my biggest weaknesses. I hate to mulligan. It's so painful to take the extra less card, but it ends up paying off if you just get the right hand the second time rather than, you know.
Yeah, and it's crazy, you know. I mean, I've been there. Do I keep? Do I not keep? Throwing away, having that card advantage, you know, really helps. Yeah, so like right there, Dustin, he had to mulligan. He wanted to make sure that the cards, you know, were going to land in his favor, and I'm pretty sure he's upset.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just a matter of like one land. It could have just been one wrong color, or he just needed that one color. He had all creatures of one color type and only mana of the other color type, or something stupid
and
like
I bet
that.
you right now, Michael, who's sitting on the right side of our screen here, is feeling a little bit, confident now that he has the card advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of Michael, why don't we introduce our players?
We got Michael Letta over here on the right and Dustin over here on the left. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we got two very different types of decks playing. Michael's playing over here red aggro deck.
Yeah, I actually know a lot about this deck. It's very quick, and if it doesn't go off quick, it does a really good job of keeping your opponent down and not doing anything. It's really good control if it's not killing you.
You see right there was a very fast hit for 3.
Was that turn 2?
That's turn 2 for 3 hit points already. We got the Stromkirk Noble on the top of his mat there. Every time he hits and does damage to the opponent, he gains a 1/1 counter.
Okay, Dustin just did a Farseek. He's going to search for a land. Dustin's deck is Bant Control. You want to tell us about Bant?
Well, Bant is to me, I've never really liked the color combination, but if you play it right, it can be pretty good. Green, white, blue. I haven't seen his deck in action, so I can't tell you the truth. But that red, black aggro that you have on the right side of your screen, it's very fast, very hard-hitting deck.
Yeah, and whereas Dustin's deck is a bit slower, a bit building up to his ultimate combo. I'm not really sure. I don't know Dustin's deck, and I know Michael's deck very well. So
see, and I'm going to tell you right now that this matchup is going to be, it can go either way. Dustin's just got to hope that he gets the cards that he needs. Mikey's just pretty much throws cards down, turns them sideways.
Yeah, that's basically aggro in it.
Oh, Detention Sphere on the Stromkirk.
Tell me about that card. I'm not really sure.
The Detention Sphere is a 1 blue, 1 white, 1 colorless. When it comes into play, it takes a card and it detains it permanently.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, if you have multiple cards out there with the same name, it takes all those cards as well.
So say he played a Stromkirk Noble next turn, the Detention Sphere would take the Stromkirk Noble and detain it.
Negative. It's only as the Detention Sphere comes out into play.
So only if he already has it in play.
Correct.
Gotcha.
See, but he still has that. Ash Zealot out in play, and that Ash Zealot has done a lot of damage. Not only is it a 2-drop haste and first strike, every time an opponent or player, plays a card from the graveyard, it deals 3 damage to target player.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know how Dustin's deck works, but if he's got any spells that he plays from the graveyard, that Ash Zealot is gonna hurt him.
Definitely. I don't think Dustin's deck is heavily based on the graveyard, so I don't think that's going to come into play.
Oh my God! He just played a Falcon Wrath Aristocrat right now. Right there, he just hit for 6. Dustin's wide in the open. Like I said, it's a very fast deck
for sure,
and he's already down to 5 live.
There's tons of cards in that deck that just have haste, so that as soon as they come out, they start swinging. And Dustin right now doesn't have anything to do about it.
Granted, he does have 6 mana, so I mean, if he draws the right cards, plays the right card, incorrect, he can really turn the tide of this game
for sure.
Oh, 7 mana. Oh, he's tapping all 7. Angel of Serenity.
Okay. So that when that comes into play, he gets to choose 3 targets to exile, correct?
Correct, and he can exile them from either person's graveyard or battlefield.
Oh, wow.
So now he just took Mikey's 2 big hitters. Oh, a Thunderous Wrath Miracle for 1 mana, 5 damage. That is the end of the game.
That's game, wow.
I thought he had the chance
angel,
right there.
Yeah.
Because that Angel is done, but I mean, those miracles, those are such game changers. Draw it, reveal it, go ahead and pay the miracle cost, and, you can deal with it. But I honestly don't know what Dustin's going to do here.
Yeah, that deck's just really fast. I was actually talking to Michael right before this game, and he was telling me that if he doesn't win by turn 5, he's hoping for a miracle to turn to finish the game.
Correct, and I mean, that is a very big gamble with these decks, because, I mean, I've played miracles, and you cannot not base your deck unless it's full of miracles. You just cannot hope for that, because sometimes they turn around and they bite you right in the rear.
That's for sure, especially when, it's the beginning of the game and it's your first draw and you don't have any land and you're just
See, now, like right here we got in between rounds, they're sideboarding. I didn't see Michael go for very much there. Dustin's gonna have his work cut out for in the sideboard here. You know, he's got to have something to shut down Michael early game.
Yeah.
You know, if not shut him down completely, then at least throw some chump blockers until he can get his setup right.
Yeah, while we're in this little transition, while they're sideboarding, I wanted to talk a little bit about Return to Ravnica, because I haven't actively been playing, and I just, you know, I want to talk about the metagame, how Return to Ravnica has changed the metagame of Magic.
You know, and that's a funny thing, Robert, because the Return to Ravnica set has actually changed the metagame so drastically that, I mean, it's not even funny. You know, with before Return to Ravnica came out, you saw the same cards out and about all the time.
Yeah,
you
sure.
Had the blue-white Delvers. There was variations on it, but, I mean, it was pretty much the same thing. You had the red-green aggro. You know, that meant Thragtusk and Huntmasters. You know, it's just, now with Return to Ravnica, with all the color combinations, the metagame is out there, man. You could play anything at any time.
Yeah, it looks really exciting, and I'm really sad to be missing out on it. I'm probably going to have to get in on it very soon, because it just looks like so much fun. You know, there's so many creative combinations you can come up with.
And there is, like, right now my deck, you know, I'm sad to say it didn't do so well today, but I mean, I'm playing 4 different colors. There's not one piece of basic land in my deck. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm playing 22 different types of dual lands in my deck. So if done right, it can be done. But the metagame has changed so drastically that you can expect anything to be played now. You know, so the metagame is just very hard right now.
Yeah, and it's probably going to take a while before that all levels out and you start seeing some really standard play, so to speak. I mean, I think standard is boring, in all honesty. I really like to see the exciting stuff, and that's what you're seeing right now. When the game gets changed by these new sets coming out, it gets really interesting. And that's my favorite time.
That is very true. And then with the next set, we get 5 more dual lands coming out, which is just going to change the game even more. We got Gate Crash. You know, we're getting the other 5 guilds out there. It's just going to be a redunculous amount. Redunculous, yes.
That's not. You just invented a word to describe.
It is in Merriam-Webster's.
Redunculous is in
Merriam-Webster's dictionary. It defines the awesomeness that is Magic the Gathering.
Wow, it says Magic the Gathering,
and
it's actually it's both definitions. You can look up Magic the Gathering, and it says see Redunculous,
and you
right?
You see Redunculous, and it says see Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, and
you know
it's recursive. It just keeps going back and forth. It's just whatever.
Now here we go. We're starting the next round for this, and I'm very curious as to which way it's going. Dustin lost the first round, so he gets the chance to see if he would like to play first or draw first.
And
honestly, I'm thinking he's going to want to play first.
For sure, especially against an aggro deck.
We got Mikey over here going on the mulligan.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Dustin's happy about that.
Feels really good about that because Mikey gets huge advantages by having a full hand.
And you see, but there is one thing about Michael's deck that I have noticed. Oh my God, they're both going down. Dustin did not like what he saw, and he has to mulligan as well.
Well, and in this situation, he can take that, and it's not so much of a blow as it would have been like in the last game when Michael kept 7 cards.
Correct.
And Dustin went down to 6.
You see, but the thing about Michael's deck, if he gets the right opening hand, he can stay with the 1-land hand and still be able to stabilize throughout the middle of the game because of the fact that his creatures are so low cost.
Right, and fast. Yeah, he doesn't even really need a 7-hand start, does he? He just needs 5 or 4 or even.
I'm pretty sure he can stabilize with 4 given the right cards. See, but that's still a huge gamble because if he starts drawing into other cards that are a little bit heavier on the mana cost, then he can really
the
start
Hellkite. If he gets a Hellkite early, that wouldn't be very good.
So here we go, and I can see the tension on the screen right now.
Yeah, see Dustin's twitching his fingers on the cards, trying to decide.
You know, and I've never seen Michael this calm. I'm if I were playing him right now, I'd be a little scared.
He's giving a little smiley face
oh
and
my
dancing
God.
hands.
Dustin's gonna have to mulligan down to 5 cards.
That's depressing.
It is depressing, but I mean, he's got a game plan. He knows what he's doing. You know, he's a very experienced Magic player. I played up against him.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm pretty confident in what he has planned and what his strategy is. It's just
I'm sure he knows exactly what he needs to beat Michael.
Correct.
That's what he's trying to get.
The only thing is I'm kind of scared of Michael's deck.
Who isn't?
You know, okay, so he threw down his forest. And there we go. You see the one mana, he unleashed it. I don't know if you're familiar with the unleash concept.
I am very familiar.
You know, it comes out into play. He can choose to put a 1/1 counter on it, so it becomes a 2/2 1-drop. The only drawback is that it cannot block.
But at the beginning of the game, you don't need a blocker.
Correct. See, and already
Ashell at haste, and there's another
turn 2, 4 hit,
4 damage.
You know, that is a very heavy hitter, very early game. This is going to be a very quick game if Dustin doesn't put something out on the field.
And the way his deck works, if the next thing he could draw is a Vexing Devil, that could be another 4 almost instantly, and then another attack.
See, Dustin went ahead and brought out a Shock Land, went ahead and paid the 2 lives so that it can go ahead and come in untapped. And I'm pretty sure he played a Borderland Ranger.
That's what that is.
You know, and that is a decent card to come out. You can search for a land, bring it into your hand. On top of that, he has a blocker. It's already past its usage. It brought out the land. Honestly, you don't need it for much more than a blocker right now.
Yeah, and he needs all the life he can get and try to kill off some of those attackers.
Correct. And I will tell you this, out of experience, when you shuffle your deck and you look through your deck, you give your opponent the option to cut your deck. When he doesn't cut it, you know, I mean, that's pretty much you dealing your own fate there.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, that's very interesting.
What I called that right there. There's the Vexing Devil.
You know.
I knew that was going to, and he's going to take the damage. And that was
that creature
a
off.
smart thing to do.
Oh, that
Dreadboard hurts.
Dreadboard.
And that's how that deck works. It gets rid of all of your creatures on the board, and you just keep attacking with little...
Correct. That deck's so fast, you know, and he hit for another 4 damage.
So this is turn 4?
Correct, turn
and
4.
He's already at 6. That just goes to show how fast this deck is.
You know, and it also goes to show that you don't need a deck that's very complicated to play in order to win.
It's extremely simple. It's very basic. It's haste and cheap and...
You know, all it is play your creatures, turn them sideways, attack. You know, very simple. Detention Sphere, take the Zealot.
That's, yeah.
You know, I mean, that's his move at this point.
Now, the Zealot is 2/2.
It's a 2/2, first strike.
And the
Rakdos,
Cackler, right?
The Rakdos Cackler is a 2/2 as well.
He's a 2/2, okay. But the Zealot has first strike. That's
Correct.
why he chose to disdain that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a very smart move on Dustin's side right here. You know, he went ahead and he bought himself a little bit of time. Just hope that he can actually, you know, make a difference right now. I'm not going to lie to you, Virgil. I am sweating for Dustin.
For sure. I mean, well, just look at the life totals.
I am sweating. Went ahead and paid his 2. Oh, my God. And that's
the deal.
That's the game.
The deal sealer.
Hold on. Does he have something? Oh, my God.
What is that?
He went ahead and Cyclonic Rift. He went ahead and he returned target permanent that he does not control to its owner's hand.
Oh, wow.
So he still took 2, but he bought himself 1 more turn.
He did.
Let's just hope that it makes the difference.
All he has to do is get rid of that Cackler, and that might give him another turn.
Hopefully. See, but, you know, Michael does have a lot of 1-drop creatures that hit.
Yeah.
They hit fast, they hit hard. He just likes to swarm you with his creatures. Dustin's thinking about it right now. And he went ahead and he conceded. Look what he had. He had a Entreat the Angels. He had an Armada Worm. You know, I mean, his creatures that he had out there were just too big to be able to play this soon in the game.
Yeah, and I'm assuming he did not top deck the Entreat. He probably drew it in his hand because he would have for sure casted it.
Exactly.
Had he top decked.
You know, I mean, and this was a very interesting game. You know, it just goes to show you that the simplest decks can work so well because of the fact that, you know, it's very simple to play. It is very easy, takes no thought, but is very effective.
Right. Simplicity is beautiful.
It is.
Very beautiful.
But then again, you really cannot, you know, take away from the complex decks out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, some of the complex decks are beautiful in their own way, even though it's kind of insulting that some of the simple decks can beat them.
That's correct. And I just want to go ahead and point out that we'd like to thank our guest judge that we had this Friday, Austin, the Squall Minter. He is one of our, you know, top-rated players here, but he just wanted to go ahead and give some of his time to go ahead and help judge. That way we have, you know, an experienced player helping out.
Some kind of presence.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct. And you know, and that always helps. It makes players feel good. I want to go ahead and congratulate Michael Letta here. You know, he went ahead and won. He won all F&M. I have to be honest, he is a decent player. I've seen him play, but I cannot say that I've seen him win a couple of tournaments here.
Yeah,
so
it's been consistent. He's been doing very well consistently, which says a lot about his deck ideas and his play.
Correct. And you know, I want to go ahead and point out as well, a lot of the players here net deck.
Oh yeah.
You know, and Michael went ahead and won without looking up on the internet for his idea.
That is a definite achievement, and he has to be commended for that.
Let's go ahead and have a word with our competitors here, our top two. I'm pretty sure they have some interesting stuff to say. What do you say about that, Virgil?
Oh, I really want to talk to Michael about his deck, and hopefully Dustin will talk to us too. All right, we have Dustin here. He's second place of October 19th Friday Night Magic at the Hobby House, and I have him here just to talk a little bit about his deck and you know, what he thinks about the new set and everything. So first, I'd like you to just tell me some general stuff about your deck and how it works, because I know we didn't talk about it much in the cast. So.
Well, it's a control deck. Tries to hold the opponent off until it can bomb out Angel of Serenity or Entreat the Angels, and it also ramps up to that. So I was hoping to get my Thragtusk there against Mikey, but didn't happen. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it just goes like that. Tell me how you feel about the new set, Return to Ravnica, and how you think it affects the game, and if you like it or not, or whatever.
I can definitely see why everybody is really into this set, because I came and played a couple pre-releases here, which was awesome. Won a bunch of cards. The guild packs went over real well with everybody. I think everybody's just real excited about the set.
Yeah, I'm
looking forward to continue playing. Gate Crash is coming out. Should be sweet.
It's going to be awesome. Well, thank you, Dustin.
Yeah.
All right. We're here at Hobby House. This is October 19th, Friday Night Magic. We have our first place winner, Michael Luera, right?
Yeah.
All right. First, I want you to tell me the name of your deck, because I heard the name, and it's kind of exciting. So,
I named it Aggressive Dolphins.
Aggressive Dolphin. Could you explain Aggressive Dolphin and why you named it that? And go ahead and give me a little summary about your deck.
All right. Basically, I couldn't name my deck Rakdos, Aggro, or Aggro at Rakdos, but there's no fun in that. That just sounds boring, and a lot of people do that. So I want to put a name that people could laugh about and think, hey, that's funny. Maybe more people do it. Because you just see a lot of decks that just say what the colors, control, band, but that's boring. Everyone does that. Something different feels nice. And that's why I went with Aggressive Dolphins.
Okay, just tell me a little bit about the deck. It's aggressive, obviously.
Yes, I love to keep speed in there. Because a lot of decks I see right now, they tend to wait a little bit. Wait turn 4, turn 5 to do stuff. So I want to take advantage of those first 5 turns. I want to keep on hitting you. If I don't kill you, let the miracles do the job or the burn.
All right, so if you don't win in the first 5 turns, just let the miracles do it, right?
Yep.
All right. What I want to ask you is, what do you think about the new set?
The new set, to tell you the truth, I love it. Because before, you saw the same 3 or 4 decks before. Now Return to Ravnica, you see all kinds. People trying to do different combinations. It's just a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited for the new set. Like I said, I haven't played much in it, but I really want to. As I understand, this is your first F&M first place win. How does it feel?
Feels good. After playing for over a year, I finally got it.
All right, that's awesome. Congratulations. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Go Rakdos.
Go Rakdos. Thank you, Mikey. Keep it magic. And we're going to stop talking right here because we're just going to keep on going forever. So
correct. And I'd like to thank you again. This is the Hobby House F&M. Please remember, we do got game day next week. And like I said, that playmat is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Virgil.
And I'm AJ, coming at you live from the Hobby House.